So we're going to demonstrate now how to pass 2 knots. Ideally, when we're isolating a damaged part of the rope, just an FYI, we want to make sure that this tail is more than 100 mil long so that it can't slip back through and become a hazard. And that's on any knots that might be on the ropes. So we're climbing up traditionally in our chest crawl and our chest ascender and reaching up to the knots. Take off our hand ascender, bypass the knot, go above. Remember, we have to maintain our point of contact on both ropes. We can't just pop our chest crawl off now because then we're on one point of contact, which is our backup device, and that would not be good. So, temporarily, we're going to place our descending device underneath our chest crawl for an extra point of contact. And take out that slack. So there's our extra point on before we can take our chest crawl off. Now we might just put a spare backup device on above the knot on the backup line. So that as we climb up, we already have a backup device that's still staying above our shoulder. Now in one maneuver, we can stand up, open our chest crawl, and reinstall it above the knot. Now we can take off our descender. And keep climbing. So now as we descend down towards the knots, we know there's knots in the ropes below us. We want to abseil with our descending device so the knot pretty much is placed right on top of our descending device, and we can lock our handle. Our backup device we want to keep up nice and high if, in the rare occasion, the very unfortunate situation where both knots are in the same place, just here, this is the last thing we want to take off because we want to keep a backup device up nice and high. So what we want to do is take a step back by getting up above the descender in our chest crawl. Then take our descender off and place it below the knot. Once again, lock the handle. Now we do a very awkward maneuver where we climb down. One of the few occasions where we position ourselves down in the chest crawl. Being very careful that we don't touch this bottom part of the chest crawl, which completely takes it off. What we want to do is reduce this potential fall factor. If we just take this chest crawl off now to lower ourselves into the descender, we have a long way to fall down, and there's a chance that if we're using a different type of backup device, that we'll get it caught up too high, or our hand jammer might get caught up out of the way as well, and then we'll be stuck. So what we want to do is place our finger in the top of the chest crawl. As we stand up, we can hear it disengage slightly with the teeth on the rope. Lower ourselves slowly down towards the knot. Bring our hand jammer down a little to catch up. Again, come down a little bit further till pretty much we're on top of the knots. Then we've got barely any fall factor when we come out of the chest crawl and then go into the descender. It's going to be a nice short distance to come down. Just like so. And as you can see already, it's quite a reach to get that hand jammer off. The final step is to bypass the knot with my spare backup device. And we're ready to come down.